clapping all the time. Clap my cheeks through the day, clap my mouth. I just be clapping.
You were setting a vibe.
I'm setting a vibe. I'm vibing it.
I'm
Come
here.
vibe.
I've got the whole image in my head.
We're really sensitive to other people's gaze because that's how we communicate and things like that.
To other people's gaze?
Yeah,
we
gaze.
as Americans are sensitive
No,
to other
the G-A-Z-E.
Well, I always check my zipper
baby.
because it's always undone.
What,
And
Brenda?
Well,
What we say vision is so fine. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
limited.
dumbed down. Yeah. And like even colors are limited because we all see colors different. Ooh.
okay.
It's a quick snap.
I really feel like I'm still going to say it. I need more.
More. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You used to do like a whole opening and then clap.
Oh.
We miss the old Theon.
I just missed it. I'll settle for the word. I'll settle for the word because the word gets my attention. The clap, I'm clapping all the time. Clap my cheeks through the day, clap my mouth. I just be clapping.
Things change. This is the season of the soft clap.
Oh,
I'm not. Well, could I have gotten? Listen, I don't do well with change. Just complete honesty. Like most people, I don't do well. Like if you give me a heads up, I can prepare. But now I feel unprepared and there's anxiety.
Just a bunch of tender claps.
Oh, tender. What?
Just tender.
I don't like it when you put words that don't belong together. Like it makes me. It makes my body feel weird. Honestly, like it's like this doesn't feel right. I don't like this.
Very supple claps.
Ew,
you're
what?
doing
That's
it. You're
weird.
still doing it. You know what? I can play this
How
game.
dare you?
Grasshopper
So
blueberries.
No.
Soft and supple.
Esther.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Brenda.
I'm Theon, by the way, and I'm very soft and supple.
Ew,
All right, now I'm
weird.
adding that to my list of words I don't like. Subtle.
Supple?
Oh.
You mean?
I like both of those. Yeah, no, I don't want both of those. Supple or subtle.
Sounds like breast.
Yes. Yes. I'm
Very
thinking like
tender and
memories.
supple.
All right, anyway, what are we
Okay.
doing?
Yet firm.
Some
So,
are hard. That's what she said.
am I right, ladies?
Am I
Exactly.
right, girls?
Wait, what? I wasn't. I hear.
More than a cup is a waste. I think that was only said to me because I had really small breasts.
They said more than a tablespoon.
Oh, shit. Damn.
More than
I'm
a
sorry.
racer nipple.
Oh my God! All right, see now this is why we can't do things. This is why we can't have nice things. All right, we're gonna refocus. Focus.
Okay, let me set the scene for you, okay?
Oh, man.
All right, so you're home alone.
Like the movie.
Macaulay Culkin.
No, God.
Okay.
Goat.
Let me
right.
set the scene,
Oh, I'm
host.
sorry, but I'm helping. I need more.
No,
I need
that's
more.
not helping.
All right. Okay. Sorry. I'll be quiet.
You're home alone. Your significant other is gone, either a work thing or a penis trip, you know, a vagina trip. They're out of the house. The kids are out of the house. You know, they're grown. They have friends. They
I don't
can
need
go
you to
fuck
tell
off.
me anything. Like I'm already. in
You're already
heaven.
happy?
What's next? I don't give a shit what happens next. All right, Esther. I mean, I'm like this is some tranquility right now.
So the kids are gone, you know. They fucked off to their friends.
Praise
It's October. All the good Halloween movies and scary
candy.
shit is on. Not just cable, but streaming. So you put on like a scary movie that you like, and you're just what the fuck?
I want to sleep. I was going to sleep. All right, I can't sleep through a scary movie.
Well, I
If
mean,
got
like
nobody
this
home-
is like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to sleep. Then.
Well, you're not on Rachel's side.
Okay. Anyway, all right, moving on.
So you put
on a scary movie.
whatever scary movie, whatever, mindless. You either warm up something or you have takeout because you're home alone, so you don't have to cook. Whatever.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
You
This
sit
is
on the
setting scene.
couch. You're flipping through your phone because nobody actually watches shit anymore.
You were
is true.
setting a
This
vibe.
is true.
I'm
Dude,
setting a vibe.
I mean,
I'm
for
vibing
real,
it.
I'm
Come
here.
vibe.
I've got the whole image in my head. What happens next?
So you're scrolling on your phone. Then all of a sudden, the hairs on your neck start perking
Whoa,
up.
no.
But you don't really like, it's not alarming. You're just like,
You
okay.
scratch back there to make sure nothing's touching you,
You're
just
still
double-check it.
scrolling.
Yeah, you're like, I've done that lots of times.
But then
What
like the
happened?
tingle starts going down your spine.
Whoa,
You're like,
no,
okay.
now I'm jumping up. I'm out.
And you kind of look up
I
and
just
you
get
look
bit
out
by
the
something?
windows. Everything's kind of closed. You know, the blinds are done. You know, you haven't opened the windows all summer. So, you know, they're
Like
locked.
vampires.
What? Not vampires. It's
I
hot
like
as
it.
fuck.
My mom keeps opening the window and leaving them
It's
unlocked.
hot, Brenda. It's hot. It's the South, Brenda.
Thank you. We don't open the windows here.
Ever.
It's like just for decoration.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, basically. So the blinds
okay.
are closed. You know the windows are locked because you're not Brenda from the north.
Thank you, Esther. I'm here now. I'm back.
So you're just, but then like, you know, the favorite scene on the movie catches your eye, and there's like the characters, they're in kind of like combat outfits, combat boots with the guns, and they're in a very lighted, windowed hallway. And all of a sudden a lightning beam or something like that comes towards them and cuts them in half. Ooh. It's actually my favorite scary movie, Resident Evil. That's right,
yes.
bitches.
Resident
Evil.
Yeah, that is a good one. That is a good part.
Movie, more the game than the movies.
Yeah,
but anyways, so you watch it for a little bit, your favorite scene, whatever, go back to scrolling. Then that tingle comes back, and you're like, you know what? Let me
put
just
this phone down because I think it might get electricity from the phone. That's what my
I'm just
first
gonna
thought goes
walk
to.
around a little bit. Let me just make sure all the doors are locked and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but you know
Double
the
check.
front door's locked because you're home alone. Babies ain't coming home. Man ain't coming home. Wife ain't coming home. Them ain't coming home. So you say, well, you know what? I'm just gonna get something to drink. You come back to the couch.
You don't check the locks. This seems like a bad idea. I'm going back because I got anxiety.
And you just feel that, like, what is that? Is somebody really watching you?
Ooh.
Can you really feel when people are watching you?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Why do we all? Okay, if you can't, is that it?
No.
No,
This-
okay, I
Well,
was
that's
like-
just the opening.
Oh well, man. Hold on. I just need to say something though.
Okay.
Like, if you can't, why do so? What? Like, okay, for me, I always find that I end up staring. Like, we catch eyes. So clearly,
The
someone.
eyes.
I will tell you.
I
find
don't
the
like.
eyes.
Oh, okay, good. I'm excited then because well, I don't.
So
want
this
that.
is Theory Tuesday.
Oh my gosh! I need you to know
Is
that I'm
somebody
so excited about
watching
that.
you?
Esther, I have some mistakes. So, like, you realize that I avoid eye contact when I talk to people, right? Like, it's like
Yes,
it's a
I know.
trust thing with me. So now I'm like freaked out over this, but I also am very curious because maybe from this I will find the loophole
Which
for
is
the strategy.
Because, like, well, I'll get into that. But,
Okay.
yeah. So is somebody watching you, though? Question mark, question mark.
I
Is that
always
tingle
feel
right? Somebody's watching me. Bam, 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 bam,
And I
bam.
think it's true.
So that is actually called gaze detection.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah.
an
Gaze
actual
detection.
name for
Oh,
it.
That is, you're right, Esther. Now, the Cherokee always said when they were in the forest hiding from the enemies that the eyes
White people.
see the eyes. So they would train their children not to look when they were hiding from danger.
Oh,
And so they believed that the eyes of whatever
I
was
feel
hunting
like
you
that's very true, though. Now
I'll get
I'm
into a
freaked
little
out.
bit of that.
to never look at what was coming towards you because it would find you.
I mean, we
Because
see
it's
the
gonna
face.
hurt
Scary.
less. It's safety. It's gonna hurt less. If you don't see it coming, you're just blasted. It's gone. You didn't even know. You wake up and you're like, oh man, this is crazy.
No, but that's an old Native American myth. And that's how they would train their kids, like in the forest, whether they were being hunted by
if
a
they didn't have a
bear or
forest?
whatever. They would tell their children never to close their eyes because eyes see eyes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll
Let's
actually
see.
get into that a little bit.
Let's find out.
So there's a complex neural network response that is responsible for gaze detection, but it's not fully like studied or anything like that yet. because, science. And you can't really like study on people like that.
I don't know. I feel like
damn
you
liberals.
could, though.
The McKay monkeys, though, they do have that down to a specific cell that
Really?
like they can figure out what cell actually works for gaze detection.
That's
so it's
crazy.
only a matter of time
Yeah,
before.
that's really cool, though. Which that means, are we going to get superpowers? Maybe. I'm here for it. Can I choose my own? All right,
Maybe.
I like it.
So we do know there are about 10 distinct brain regions responsible for sight alone, possibly more. And then there is a region that registers threat. So they do know those two work together.
Like, I'm picturing a Venn diagram in my head of like the brain.
It's all
Okay.
like the back of the brain.
So
Okay.
I'll bet when that's happening, the pupils enlarge in the eyes so that they can see better, especially if it's at nighttime.
Yeah, maybe they didn't talk about that, but maybe. So within that, the response is very precise within 4 degrees. So if you're looking at something, you can tell that something is looking at you. Obviously, within 4 degrees.
And
then
guess
outside
I
of
don't
that-
math well enough. I don't know how big of a thing that is.
It's not very big.
Oh. Is there a diagram maybe that I can look up?
Maybe.
Okay,
yeah.
all right, thank you, because I have a visual.
I
So
so believe that.
but
because
that's
there
like-
was a peeping Tom when I grew up.
I bet. Oh yeah, you did say it. You did talk about that. I don't think it
Yeah.
was on the podcast,
Which
but
is another Rockwell single, Peeping Tom. We did. Sometimes I feel like people's watching me.
oh
Yeah.
Another single that he made was called Peeping Tom.
what?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he is a peeping Tom.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's telling us the truth.
Yeah,
He's
One to
telling
know
us the
maybe.
one,
truth,
right?
This is all Rockwell deep cuts. on this episode.
Wow.
So what you're looking at is the central fixation point, of course. So if I'm looking at the on 4 degrees outside of him,
Take
I
it all in.
cannot.
Take it all in.
I will, baby.
It always,
But like
it always goes down smooth.
without past 4 degrees. So your peripheral vision is sometimes wrong, but it can be right. So with the peripheral vision, we look more for like if their body or head is turned toward us.
Yeah.
So you'd notice somebody with their
This is
body
true.
is away from you, but their head is towards you. So you're like peripheral vision, you'd be like, what the fuck is that? And you'd
Right.
kind of look at them like,
Is
what?
that why we probably like move back to see people talk?
That
too?
might be, yeah,
that's
like, because
interesting.
what you like, because it's not all about vision,
Yeah.
is what I'm going to get into. It's like more, because we only understand so much of the brain. So it's not exactly what you see in front of you, but it's what your brain is processing all around you.
Okay, hold on.
Wow,
I just have to
that's
say something.
deep. That is really deep.
What if they only tell us we only know so much about the brain to give us hope? like that's it. Like, what if?
No, we don't. Like, we don't know anything about the brain. So the,
Yes.
Like,
Thank
do we
you.
know
We do
that
not.
for sure? Because I am not a scientist
Well,
and I don't
We
know
know
that.
less than, what is it, 1.5%.
Yeah.
I read that somewhere.
yeah, it's
I feel like they're just giving you guys hope.
we still don't
like
know
that
how
there may be-
anesthesia works.
Right.
Right. It's hope to keep you motivated so that you keep inventing things so that the people who are making all the money can continue to make the money.
So
you
like
see what I'm saying?
the quote that people always misuse is when they
Such a
say we
theorist.
only use 10% of our brain. No, we use all of our brain. We only know less than
Right.
10% of our brain.
Absolutely. Well, one thing I just want to add with models, when they do close-ups of their face and eyes,
You can see their brain?
No. They have, the stuff when you go and get your eyes tested that they dilate. They actually dilate the model's eyes because they found that is more sexual appealing
I
to
get
the
that.
opposite sex.
I get that.
First off, though, like, that's some foul shit. You should get some compensation for that as a model besides just model pay. Like, just saying. Like, I feel like the longevity of that's like damaging, man. You're gonna make these people look crazy as shit when they get older. Like, this is just not okay.
No, but think about
it depends,
what Esther is saying.
You get your eyes dilated when you get checked, though, don't you?
No, I reject it every time, and I'm such a dick because I can't see because I'm blind. Like, and they're like, I gotta drive home. It's bright as shit.
Well, if you're at Lens
supposed to
Crafters.
No,
You're
I go
supposed to
not
Rachel.
fucking sponsored, but
Don't
Lens
you-
Crafters, they have like the technology where you don't have to get
Well,
dilated.
maybe I need to
have
go
the
there because my eye doctor doesn't, and when they're like, they argue with me and stuff. Like, I'm like, I will fight. I don't know why
I
keep
think
going
it
there.
goes
It's because
back
it's
to
like,
the models
goes
where
back.
there's this sexual thing going on when they
That's
dilate.
not why I go there.
Are they all men? Maybe you should think about that.
Why don't let them? So maybe I reject it. Like, I don't let them. I reject them.
okay,
Maybe that's why they get angry.
I mean,
Well, you're not getting your
I
dick
only
hard
had-
off from me tonight, Holmes.
Oh my God!
What? You're just insinuated. I just said
I
whatever
think
I
it's
was thinking.
I think it's a
dilated
primal. I think what you're talking about, it's primal. Like, you know what you're saying about the eyes. We just we don't know. We don't know.
No.
You know.
But we are
Well.
about to find out. Esther's going to tell us.
So we as mammals/animals have the biggest sclera. So that's the
that?
white part of your eye.
Oh wow!
So our iris and our pupils aren't as big because when you look at like just like Andre back here or cats or like even like mammals in the wild like monkeys and stuff like that, their sclera, you can't really see the whites of their eyes.
This is true.
But they do that
What about
because
elephants, though?
no,
I
their
feel like
eyes
elephant-
are pretty big.
Okay, you're right. All right. You're
Their
right.
irises but they do that because predators don't want you to see what they're looking at. But we as humans, we communicate with eye contact and things like that.
I would like that to stop. Just saying, I'd like to change that.
So you can
Makes you
tell
uncomfortable.
where humans are looking, but you can't really tell when your cat is like laying down and like trying to pounce on something. If they're like hidden, like what they're trying to pounce on isn't really going to see them because it's all dark, and where they're usually hiding is all dark. Like if a cheetah or lion is going
So
for you,
it's a
or a
primitive
lioness,
thing.
yeah, like so
Yeah.
that like their eyes are their irises and their iris and their pupils are bigger because they don't want prey to know they're looking at
to
them and
see the
stalking
white.
them.
Okay, wait.
I get
so
it.
hold on. Are you telling me sunglasses would solve tiger killings? Like at night. I'm just asking. If this is the case, can we start a fund? I would like to get everyone sunglasses at night.
Oh no! Well, I mean no, because prey's gonna prey.
Yeah, you still smell
Predator
But are
is gonna
you-
pred.
What if these are glasses that increase your chances of survival by removing the whites of your eyes?
No, because
Really
well,
good.
I mean they don't. I mean,
I
prey.
feel like we could sell these. for
Predators
like
don't care if
$3
you
and
don't
people
see
would buy them.
Yeah.
Like they don't care about that.
But they won't
like,
be able to see me because I hid
But
the
they
whites
don't.
of my eyes.
No, but they don't care that you're even looking at them like that.
They've
like as long
already
as you,
zeroed in
yeah.
on their
You
prey.
still smell like food.
All right,
For
so
things
I
like
don't
that.
think the sunglasses are going to be a hit
Wow.
marketing item.
Yeah.
Let's disregard that. Okay.
You
I
put
get it
So-
now.
sunglasses on a pizza. It's like
Well,
Yeah.
unless they're the
Man,
Joe
I'm on
Biden
another-
aviator mirrored sunglasses.
then you can creep as much as you like.
But yeah, like we can tell we're really sensitive to other people's gaze because that's how we communicate
I'm sorry.
and things like that.
To other people's gaze?
Yeah,
we
gaze.
as Americans are sensitive
No,
to
the
other people.
GAZE, not the LGBTQ community.
We are really sensitive to other people's gaze, just not our own.
Not our own gaze.
Like-
Everybody else's gaze. No,
I prefer
the
them
Z.
French gays.
They're fine, you know?
The Z's.
Okay. All right, got it. GAZE.
Yes.
Roger.
So in 2013.
I'm never gonna unsee gaze. I'm gonna misspell gaze that when I have to spell that every fucking time now because
The
I'm an
gaze.
idiot. All right.
In 2013, there was a study published in Current Biology, bitches. Not bitches, but
Hold on. Is there
Current
a past biology or a present? Is there a future biology? Like, I
Probably.
feel like this is not a good name. I would have invented. No, I would have invented I'm going to future biology, and that's going to take over current biology. And
You whore.
I'm dead
You
ass.
hoe. How dare you?
Monopolize on them.
Esther, you realize that killer
Everything's a
whales or
competition, Esther.
orcas have almost as much white in their eyes as we do, right?
Oh, you have steady ass been
We're
over here
gonna.
thinking.
I don't have a phone on me, so I don't know yet.
For the past
We'll
10
see,
minutes
though.
of every animal that has bigger whites of the eyes. We'll
see.
I'm not gonna lie.
We'll
So
see. I don't have a phone on me right
that's
now,
fine,
so I
but
can't
I
look
just
that
need
up.
to tell you that this is hereditary
I know you guys just need to win. You guys need a big dick it. But let me just tell the story. Y'all just need a big dick that
I'm gonna
shit.
sit my
Hey,
micro
where's-
dick down and let Esther have the
You're
big dick.
sidetracking the thing.
Anyways,
Take a drink.
in current biology, it was found that humans are hardwired to think someone is staring at them even without any evidence. Like, we just think people are doing
So
that
we're
shit.
hardwired to be paranoid.
Oh, kind of, yeah.
Okay, all right.
So
This makes sense
Professor
now.
Clifford.
That explains that guy that ran down after my car because he thought I was staring at him on the side of the road.
Maybe, yeah.
You probably were. All right.
But I wasn't.
Maybe.
But he thought I was.
So Professor Clifford, who is an expert in vision, led the research, quoted, "So simply assuming another person is looking at you may be the safest strategy, because our brain defers to, I'm gonna be safe rather than sorry."
That makes sense.
Yeah, so if you think someone's looking at you, your brain's like, yeah, that bitch is totally fucking looking at you.
Why are they staring at me?
Yeah, it's like,
Is my zipper undone?
That
Am
actually
I-
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So during the study, it made it difficult for subjects to see where eyes were pointed to, whether it was at them directly forward or in another area. Like, it was hard for the subject to see that. And almost always they just thought somebody was staring at them either way.
So, like, they were feeling that they were being stared at.
Yeah.
Even
Even
though
if they
they
weren't-
didn't catch the
I
eye
think,
contact.
Yeah.
I think, like, that is so valid. Now that I'm doing some self-assessment, I'm like, why is everyone looking at me? No one is probably looking at me. Maybe one person
Maybe
is,
that's
but
it.
maybe
Yeah.
everyone really is.
Maybe.
This doesn't feel good either way. Like, I just figured that out.
Huh.
And also the brain thinks that because, like, in your brain, it's like, well, we have to gear up for conversation now. So
Oh, man.
someone's
That's
staring
a
at
low
you.
for some
Yeah.
now the anxiety's really high for some
It
of
can
us.
be like, so your brain's like, all right, we got to start talking.
I'm
so
the one
it's
who-
like,
I'm the one who's
engage.
coming to talk.
Yeah.
I'm
It is
here.
Rachel.
Knock, knock.
But also we can think people are staring at us, especially if they're not even in our peripheral, but just like behind us.
Oh, definitely behind us.
And that's called confirmation bias, because when we remember turning around and seeing more people staring at us more than people not staring at us. So like, even like, we remember more bad things that happen during the day than good things. So if we turn around, like, that can trigger a response for somebody and they look up.
Well, yes, because now you've affected
And
their
now,
peripheral. I was
and
just
now they
so-
look up, but when you turn around, you see them looking
Yes,
at you,
so because
and you're
they-
like, "Yeah, I knew it."
That makes sense. So I think so. I don't know about you, but like, I feel like when I'm being stared at in a line or something, I don't turn around, or if I do it very slowly and casually, so you don't see it coming. Like, I think that might make me the
well,
ultimate
I always
predator.
check my zipper
maybe.
because it's
Me-
always undone. And
What,
I think,
Brenda? What?
Well, I also feel like you
I-
might need to check the back seam too, because that one's come undone a few times too.
Like-
Double check those. Are these
right.
sheets thick enough? Could they withstand a blowout? No, I should
man.
not wear these out in public. Or no, I did wear them out in public, and I did blow it out. Everyone is staring at my ass cheeks clapping in the wind.
I had to tell my doctor one time to tell a patient to zip up his pants because I felt weird to doing it. Because, like, why am I looking down? But, like, I was putting his blood pressure cuff on, And I just noticed like that weird open zipper, and I was like, wow, bro.
Yeah, well, we have that one story that you left.
Oh, I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
No, you weren't there. That was.
I think it was Halloween, wasn't it? It was a Halloween.
Man, what's going to happen this year? I can't wait.
Halloween party. Somebody just had their whole
ass. I mean, it was all out. Like
their bangers and mash.
Yeah, exactly. The Franken beans, and I was like, what?
So then, if you're staring at the Franken beans, don't you think that person would
notice
up your stare?
That person wasn't.
They should have. That in Rachel's story, yeah.
Anything.
In Rachel's story. And I wasn't like bam staring for like minutes. I just saw it and I was like, yeah, he needs to pull up that zipper.
I saw I had to do a double take because I couldn't believe what I saw.
Yours
did
was
another
different
take.
though.
I
didn't see. I didn't see it all. I just saw like that weird, because you know how jeans have that weird flap right there.
Yeah.
So it's like that protective flap. Yeah. Like, hey, bitch, you can't see shit.
So your Franken beans can't
but
come
the
out.
Zipper is open.
Now, I went to a wedding on a receiving line. You know, where the bride and groom and everybody's lined up.
You just gotta shake it if it's open and everyone else is past it. You just gotta go for the shake down there.
The zipper was all the way down, and I'm watching the people in front of me, and nobody's saying anything. So I get to the groom and I say, "Congratulations, the horses are out of the barn." And he said, "What?"
Exactly. No one gets that. No one speaks that.
I said,
first of all, if you got horses,
trying to get out of the barn.
I'm sorry, your wanker should be the horse. If you got more than one, there's more. Like, I'm not asking you. I'm asking you to take this down.
Just tell me my dick's out. Don't get calm about it.
Look, yo, dog, get your
I just couldn't talk. The person next to me said, "Dude, your junk is hanging out.
Yeah.
Zip it up."
See?
And he's like, "Man, how many other people went through here? Nobody said a damn thing to me. Thank you very much."
Yeah, don't make a haiku about my dick being out. Just be straight. Hey,
the horses are out.
Well, okay, but hold on. Now I have a legitimate question. So let's say I'm in my house and I notice a dick that's out that's not a dick that belongs to me. Like, I tell my dick.
How many dicks belong to you?
Just
one.
Well,
but the other one came from me. So like two.
So,
anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that.
Well, hold on. Gross. Stop it. All right. Anyway, moving on.
It's something my mom used to say.
What?
She used to, like, if she would, like, go into the fridge and, like, drink something, like, from the carton, and somebody would be like, ooh, she was like, look, everyone in this house either came in me or came from me.
Oh!
I'm going to steal
Your
that.
Your mom slapped that.
I really like that.
Down.
Well, I'm about to get on my kids about that. But yeah, so I told my husband, I said, yo, dog, you got to tell him. And he was like, what? I'm not telling him. Like, but I can't tell him. Right, I don't know why he didn't tell him. My husband's weird sometimes. But like,
it's like, that's your friend.
Right?
Like,
but like, if I told him, that looks weird,
tell
right?
me your deck is out.
Like, you can, I think you got to like get someone else to deliver that mess. Okay, so if my whole ass cheek is out and you come up to me and you just kind of casually know me and you're like, yo, dog, your ass cheek is out. Like, you know that's not going to go over well. Versus if a girl came up and was like, yo, bitch, your ass is out. Like, I'm like, oh, my bad. Huh.
Yeah, so what you're saying, it's more acceptable from the same sex.
Yeah. You can't just, I mean, that's when you got to be strategic about it. Like, as a woman, if I'm going to tell a dude his fly is undone, I'm going to be like, yo, dog, barn door. And then I'm going to keep walking as fast as possible.
I hope you get it. I hope you get it.
Your door's open. The horses are out.
The horses are out.
Say now and just walk away.
Be explicit. Tell me, like, yo, you need
to
tuck your dick in.
No, because okay, for me or like anyone that could go totally sideways. Sandy be like, I left it out for you, and then like he's twirling it like a baton. And
I mean, I was there for the bride, not the groom, so I didn't know the groom.
I just feel like that wouldn't happen to me because it was like everyone would be like,
I hope somebody twirls their. I hope someone whips their dick out and twirls it for you one day, like just so that way you can have that experience because.
Oh no! I've been around. I'm a dude. I've been around dudes when their dick's falling out. I'm just saying personally, if my dick was out, it just wouldn't make sense because people would be like, "Why did it get all dark in here all of a sudden?"
My mother was.
I'm saying I
wow.
have a big penis, Rachel.
I know. I finally got it. It
Can I have
literally.
it? But
Yes.
did you get it?
No, I.
But did you get it?
But did you get it?
No, I did not.
My mother was flashed by a guy as we were going into the pharmacy, and I was about 10 years old.
Like just like trench coat.
Yes,
What
and
the
nothing underneath. And we ran into my mother because she was frozen with her mouth open. The guy is standing
that's
there with
dangerous.
everything out.
That reminds me of a joke.
And I said, why doesn't he have any clothes on under his coat, Mom? And she's like, oh my God. But it felt like she was there 15 minutes staring at him.
Well,
It
it's
really
'cause you were
did.
there
Maybe
for
she was
2 minutes.
surprised.
Maybe he was blessed.
I don't know.
I would like to bring back
But
a
it was
flash
totally
mom,
a
but it would be
frozen
a flashing
moment.
mom.
Like a flash flood.
But
Ew.
only instead of like having that, I don't want him naked underneath there. I don't want anyone to go to jail or get in trouble. I think it should be just something completely fucking ridiculous underneath there.
You want to do choreographed sexual assault?
Yes. No, I'm not. No, because I'm just gonna make him wear.
That is
No.
precisely what that is.
How did
All
we
right,
get
moving
to eyes from
All right,
eyes
because
to-
I derailed the train. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna put my hand in my mouth.
Okay. She totally can.
Am I right, girls?
Snaps. Anyways, so even a sound that you might not pick up on like through your ears,
Your
that
body.
part of your brain will pick up on it.
right, it's
and
like
start
a
sending,
vibration
yeah.
or what
And
is
then
it?
start sending that response to
Yes.
you. And then
Yep.
so now all of a sudden you're like hyper aware.
Yep.
But because your brain needs to find a reason for something, you could just imagine that like somebody's staring at you though.
Yeah.
or
but
the
it might
scary
just-
movie
Oh,
that
yeah,
you were
maybe.
watching.
But it might be just something just like off in the distance, but just like that part of your brain picked up on it. And now you're aware, and now you feel like somebody's staring
Well,
at you.
Rachel felt like there
Always
was
feel
werewolves at my house,
Oh man.
What?
Which
I
time?
never said
or
where.
monsters, or
When? How
something
old
in
was I?
the
Are you
wood.
talking about like just when I was up there?
Yes.
I did
It was
not
a
say that.
graveyard.
What's that noise? What's that noise?
Listen, I didn't grow up in the fucking back 40. I'm scared. Like, give me a suburb or give me a city. The woods scare the shit out of me. Like, sorry.
that's some
I am
legit
that
shit.
person that has like every light on, but then I'm also like, fuck, now I'm paranoid. Everyone can see me. So then I like have to figure out dim lighting. I like don't move from the one spot. I got the bat. Like, Mom, I am a paranoid freak.
But
alone.
I do have to say, I would walk out to the barn and I didn't have a light at night to check on the horses.
This seems dumb and
one
dangerous.
night, I felt something staring at me, and I thought, oh shit, it's a bobcat or a cougar. And I went out, did my business,
Oh,
walked
good
back
shit,
to the
gangster.
house, and halfway between the house and barn, I hear a wolf howl that I could have thrown a stone at. So that animal was.
What'd you do then?
Was Boomer
you
and I, my dog, he whined, and the two of us hauled ass back into the house.
I don't believe
Because
Boomer
that was
hauled
a wolf.
any ass.
I don't know. Boomer cannot haul ass. Boomer's hauling ass
He
is
did
like
the
a
best he
wheelbarrow.
could do, but he was
Boomer slowly
he
strolled
was
inside.
doing. You know when the dog feels threatened and
Oh, you
scared,
mean a
they
bandit?
whine.
He was doing a bandit.
Yeah,
and like,
they
yeah.
were whining. But that was a wolf.
Psycho.
Yep, I felt that
Well, you
stare
almost ended up.
all the way out
Could it
to
have
the
been
barn.
one of your ancestors?
I don't know, but it was weird because it was definitely a wolf, and we normally don't have wolves in southern Michigan.
It
like
could have
that.
been, Mom. You never know. There's all sorts of crazy shit out there. All right, what's
So-
next, Esther?
In 1974.
Okay,
Oh shit, I didn't look up. Larry
something.
Weisskranetz.
Waskernets.
Oh, Larry Wasker.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he's from the Midwest, isn't he?
But no, well, I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
wait a
Right.
minute. Just with that last name, you know that he
Weisskranz.
had really
He wore
thick
flannel.
glasses.
And
or
flannel,
Weisskranetz, whatever.
brown flannel.
Coined the term blind sight. So it was those who excuse me, Andre, what the whole hell? Whatever.
It's
okay.
our Halloween episode.
So
Everyone's
how do you
lost their
cut
shit.
his nails, you ass? Anyways, so
Tippy-toe.
those
Tippy-toe.
are still able to respond to visual things like bright lights, even though they've had their visual cortex damaged. So they weren't
So
born
like they're
blind.
blind?
Well, they weren't born blind, but they had something traumatic happen where they
Okay.
lost their
Became
sight.
Sight, but then they
blind.
can still see bright
But they're
light.
because there's
Okay.
parts of the brains like there we know of 10 areas of the brain that are connected to sight itself.
Wow.
And there could be more.
I've always wondered about that though. Like if you're blind, like because when we close our eyes, we can see like lights and stuff
Right.
like that. And I've always wondered what they.
Yeah.
Well, imagine
So a little study.
not being born blind. So like you were able to see colors, but then all of a sudden you're
Yeah.
blind.
You're like
So
your visual
it's like
cortex
a phantom
can't see.
response in the brain.
Well, it's like
Kind of?
you can't
We don't know. We only know 10%.
like your visual cortex is damaged, so you cannot see how we would explain seeing,
yeah.
but you may be able to see in another way. So bright lights with accuracy other than visual brain areas. So there's because we know there's 10 areas supposedly that could be more that are affected with our vision. It doesn't mean that because when we see it bounces off, it's so fucking complex, but it bounces off so we see out. But so we don't see out, but our brain is still taking in the
So,
information.
I have to ask you, is this how we sense spirits and ghosts?
It
Because
can
we
be.
can't like really see them, but there's this other part of our brain that is picking on. There's something in the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking over in the corner. Like,
Are you talking about
visually-
right now? Because
No.
this place is haunted.
visually, and I don't see anything, but my brain is telling me there is something over there.
A lot
know
of
what my
people do
response is?
explain that through that.
What
yeah.
do you guys do when that happens? I get up and I go punch right over in that corner, whatever it is. Like that is my.
you're gonna
is that
punch-
not a
You
normal
probably shouldn't do that.
response?
Rachel's
You
gonna
really do that.
punch a ghost.
I fuck you, ghost. Like I
Okay,
might,
It's not gonna do anything.
but it
It's
makes
gonna-
me feel better. Now I feel better. Now the corner isn't freaking me out.
No,
anymore.
but
I just sucked whatever.
Am I the only one that has not had that feeling? I mean, haven't you had that feeling?
Yeah, I
Where
just
you're
told you what I
looking-
do.
Your eyes are telling you there. Look, there's
Get up
nothing
and fuck it
there.
up.
No,
but your
like-
brain is saying there is something there.
No, like I'll be like in the kitchen or something, and I'll feel like a person's face, like right here. And sometimes,
Dude, what do you do?
Sometimes it's like I'll
how I
move
am.
like to get out of its way.
You know-
like I'll feel it, and I'm like, and I'll like move so that I won't hit it, but
Well-
nothing's there.
I know. And have you ever had that
Uppercut
happen where there's like a breeze?
And you just come over
Just
like this.
that. No. Where you're in an area
Rachel just
where there
wants to
can be
fight
no
everything.
breeze, and all of a sudden you feel this like breeze.
Right.
I never feel air. I just feel straight up like
There's
touching
something
Just
standing
like-
next to me.
And that could be parts of your brain because what
I
we
think so, too.
what we say vision is so finite, like
Yeah,
it's so
it's
dumbed
limited.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like even colors are limited because
Yeah.
we all see
Right.
colors different. And like what I say is blue, just like that dress that was either blue
That
or
was
silver.
weird. I struggled.
Yeah.
I could never see the other color. I could only see blue.
Yeah, like people see colors differently, period. Like you
Yeah.
you can tell me something's blue, but I might see it a different shade. Or
Right.
it might not be clear blue like you're seeing. It might be a
Right.
different shade of blue.
Like you can't see through.
Like
other
my
people's
green
eyes.
blanket
Yeah.
that
Like,
Nate
not
thinks is
possible.
brown.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
green and
he's
brown
wrong.
Yeah.
always get confused.
I don't. I can see green. I can see brown.
I'm
always
like
confused.
a rest
blue
of
and
it.
purple. Blue and purple.
Blue and
for me.
purple, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what the dress was supposed to be, blue or purple. Yeah, not silver. Sorry, my bad.
No, I thought it was
Whatever.
white.
But I
just
think
Or white.
that
What is it?
was.
I don't know. It was one of
The
those.
color blending or whatever you want to call it, confusion is unique to each person.
Well, I wouldn't know because I was raised not to see color.
Oh my god.
So a
Well, good for
study,
you.
a study in
too,
Switzerland
yeah, me too.
had a patient that suffered from a stroke. He was actually a doctor. And they showed him pictures of faces with either the eyes forward. So this is a dude that would be blindsight. So he suffered the stroke.
Got it.
He is no longer able to use his visual cortex. So he cannot see
Interesting.
in our terms of seeing.
Right.
So they showed him pictures of people with their eyes forward, but not really staring at him. And then pictures of people staring directly at him. And then pictures of people staring off into the corner or whatever the fuck. And he more times out of not would actually say where their eyes were, where the eyes were,
crazy.
if it was directly
So
on
that
him or not.
tells our brain.
It's not all in the eyeball.
No, it's in
Yeah.
the brain.
deeper than that.
That's really cool.
How many times have you seen a blind person whose eyes are like, what are they, blue and all white?
Yeah.
And they take off their glasses and they just totally freak you out.
Yeah.
Because you feel like they're staring right at you.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. And they basically are, because it's that back part of their brain, because we don't understand fully how the brain works. But it's not just what we see, it's how our brain is working to process what we're seeing. So it's not just that I'm looking at Theon, it's processing his shirt, his khakis, his gray shirt, his wonderful
all
locks
this
that are going
energy
down.
is what
Yeah.
I'm imagining, and I bet our human energies are picking
And
up
then
on
what
each
I'm
other.
seeing, and then what my brain is projecting is the color of his shirt, but the color of his shirt could be different from me to Rachel to
Right.
Brenda, or even the flowers, the color of the flowers and things like that.
But it's like if you go to a haunted house, let's say it's all dark. Your eyes are constantly searching and you can't see. It's still all dark. But you can feel other people's eyes
somebody's
looking at you.
watching me.
Yeah. And that's the other parts of your brain working
Wow,
with
that's
you.
interesting.
Here's my piece on this. I'm just very curious. So, a lot of people don't like public speaking. And I'm wondering if it's that they have a heightened gaze. What was that called again? A gaze
Detection.
Gaze detection.
I wonder,
Because that's really interesting.
I
Because
don't
it doesn't
like
bother
public speaking.
And some people, it doesn't bother me. I know I'm gonna fuck it up, so I'm just like, hope you guys are ready for this ride. I can't wait. That's how I'm gonna start introducing it.
Right.
See how many times I say something dumb.
They call it the non-conscious visual system.
That's really
That monitors
interesting.
the environment around you. So that's how they are seeing, or even those who are born blind still see,
Correct.
quote
They still
unquote,
can
the
sense
environment.
danger
Yeah.
and things like.
And they
That's
can
really
when
interesting.
with the vibrations like bats, they can form a
Right.
picture of what is around them.
Yeah, through the echolocation.
Yeah.
Well, there's a martial art that is practiced, and it's all
It's
done.
called Cobra Kai.
No, it's all done blindfolded.
Cobra Kai.
No, it's not.
We did blindfolded fights on
No,
there.
no.
Danielson.
That's how
like-
you're trained.
Right,
You
that was
have
what
to
he- it was-
wear
what-
the blindfold.
Yes, it was wax on, wax off. It was Mr. Miyagi stuff.
They always find their.
Listen, you guys watch
opponent.
Cobra Kai. It's really actually good.
No, it's not.
No, don't you dare.
You know what?
it's not.
We are
Esther
not
and
going.
Theon-
No.
Okay, but hold on. I do have a
ENR
all right.
does not.
endorse.
Support.
I mean, fine,
No,
but
not at
R likes it. Anyway, moving on. So
non-canonical.
what?
Not
I-
part of the canon.
Okay.
It does not exist.
Non-
But, all right,
Canonical.
I'm getting back to this. So I have a really good question about this scientific experiment that they did with the eyes and the different vision pieces. So what I'm wondering in my head is if they did a timer. So at what point do you think he picked that up? And then does it get better and consistent? And each is like, if they're looking off to the side, does he not get that till 3 seconds? If they're looking dead at him, is it like 1 second? I would be so curious to see that info because that would be really cool.
Yeah, they didn't do the,
that's like round 2.
I don't know if they did the timer. They didn't say anything about the timer, but they did do the odds of chance between chance and accuracy. So he got it right, or they got it right. Those who were got it more right than chance could explain.
I just like data.
The
that
odds
would be
of
really
chance,
interesting because then you can kind of formulate from there. That's round 2. You're welcome, scientists. I helped you out.
Well, they're trying to see if it's hereditary or
I think
learned.
It is.
Yeah.
So like some of us have like, you know, heightened senses, I guess, or like kind of a knowing, I guess is what I'm going to call it. Like I've had multiple instances in my life where I've been like, dude, I hope something happens, and literally a couple hours later, a day later, literally the exact same thing happens, and it's completely random stance. So like, and then I have this weird Murphy's Law.
Premonition.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is like perhaps that comes from the same area where we get all of these other heightened senses, and maybe that people who may have premonitions and things like that just are able to utilize that much more of their brain,
or
because
maybe
it sounds like they're all connected.
Time traveler or something.
Okay, wow, you took it you took it to the Sci-Fi Channel. Like I'm presenting on CNN about the facts. You were like, let me take it to Sci-Fi and just fuck this up.
I wonder if that's like because like in America we're just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So like within like the slavery and stuff like that, if you had like that second sense, or like that sixth sense is what you'd call it, on things like that, like issues and troubles and things like that, like you would just like feel that shit. Or just like those who like are second class citizens in America, how you would feel that, or anywhere else. Like it's not just America, but I could say America because I live here. But anywhere else, like how you grew up and stuff like that, generational trauma passed down, like what you're born with, if you just like feel shit like that. You're just like there in the moment, and then all of a sudden your senses are like, something's gonna fuck up, and you're like, shit.
Like you're literally describing every time my family gets together, and that's what I feel. But I legitimately, I've been in places where I'm like, yo, no, I gotta go. Like this is about to go down, and I've narrowly missed things.
That happened one time when we were downtown.
It happens a lot.
I was like, we should go, and Esther and Ashley was like, no. I was like, no, we need to leave right now. And man. And then like
pop.
Yeah, 15-20 minutes later, there's gunshots.
Did you leave then? Were you like, fuck it, they already shot him off, we're all right?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, it's usually only one set
but
through the night.
Maybe
good night.
All of this is a part of the brain that also takes in the eyes, but there's a part of the brain we don't know about that can watch energy, because everything around us is energy. And so it's not
right now.
Yeah, like your brain is registering danger. We need to leave now, because you can feel that energy beginning to move in a threatening way.
It's a sense that not everybody has. So like imagine if you're on a planet where no one can see, like, and no one has ever been able to see, but you can see. How would you describe that to them?
Well, I've always literally I was having that exact same thought while Esther's talking about how like people who, you know, it's not necessarily people who are born blind, but when you really start to look at think about this. So like I'm blind, I've never seen anything. I can't describe a color to you. I can't like tell you like what a rectangle is like.
Exist, but like,
no, but like describing a shape. Like, do they teach blind children shapes? Is this something that's even important?
You can feel shapes. It's important to feel shapes.
And you can sense, like, when the
that's
sun is up,
super
you can feel the energy of the sun. When it's dark time, you can feel the coldness. You know, the difference in the variation of temperature and things like that.
Just how we're taught is different. But, like, for those, I think, for those who can sense otherworldly things, and like you're just tapping into a part of the brain that other people can't, because Theon always feels things and sees things, but like I'm just like burp burp burp, like I don't see like I really don't. I'm just like I don't give a fuck, like when I hear shit I'm just like bitch shut up, like fuck you.
Esther's getting up and
Just
punching
like,
the shit in the corner, like
like me and Andre just look and I'm like whatever, don't even worry about it, bitch.
It's impossible for me to describe that feeling to you. I can't say like how I feel it or like what exactly it feels like. And if I could describe it, you wouldn't understand it anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I wonder how much it has to do with what we call your third eye,
Our
which is
pineal
actually
the pineal
your-
gap.
Gotta
No,
decalcify our pineal
No,
gland.
think
Teach
about
these devils.
this.
Teach these devils.
Scientifically, it is your what's that called? Your
wiener,
it starts with a P.
penis,
Penis.
penis,
Pituitary gland. It's
Penis
located directly between your eyes.
Is that our pineal
What if
gland?
that was part
No,
of
that's
your
pineal
penis-
Our
gland.
pineal
Yeah,
gland.
because
'Cause it looks like a
pituitary is
pine
down
cone.
there.
Yeah,
It's called
so
pineal
That's
what
gland.
if
pineal.
that was part of, even if you were blind, that thing is still working, you
Some
know?
of the some of the materials that make up your eye and that are responsible for sight exist inside of the pineal gland.
Oh, so that's it.
See,
Yeah.
that makes
That's what
sense.
it's
That's
called
why
the
a lot
third
of
eye.
that's why a lot of people like rub it, or even
Yeah.
like in like a lot of
When you press
religious
on it.
yeah.
So you can feel that.
Looks like a little pie.
Do you think
It's
I
in the
feel
eye
it
of
though
Horus.
because of the amount of Botox
So maybe
I've had?
some
that legit?
people's gland is much more developed
It's
than
deeper.
others.
Like I gotta press it real hard.
No, it's like deep inside. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't, like if you saw like if like you cut a head in half and I've
Yeah,
seen like
it's way
like,
back
cut it-
there.
It's like deep inside
Yeah,
there.
Well,
You
why
can't
are
touch it.
people pressing in the
I
front?
think it's-
then?
it's more
that's
of a-
like a it's
Yeah.
more
Oh,
of a
it's like
symbolism.
Yeah, it's symbolic.
Electricity
Yeah.
shoots right through it.
Just
I don't know.
your third
Someone
eye.
tapped me there, and I felt violated.
Well,
and I
you
said,
should,
"Don't
because
do
who
that
the fuck
again."
is touching your face like that?
Well, it's
like I
my-
didn't.
It's this area between
should
your
have bit 'em.
eyes is sacred.
Next
You
time,
know,
bite them. I bet
Eastern
they won't do
Indian
it again.
people.
Come off with a
That's
finger.
why the dot is there.
Yeah.
That's why that part is sacred. So I don't know. Maybe that has something to do
It's
with the
possible.
ability to sense and see beyond what your
Yeah.
actual.
exactly,
vision is.
because what we say vision is so dumbed down and
Yes,
like
I
minute, and like what vision really is like a bunch of different things, like
Yeah.
areas. Like it's just not what you see, it's what you hear, what you feel, what you
Yep.
smell, everything coming together in your brain, painting a picture for you, and that's what your brain, what you process, what you think is like, oh yeah, somebody's fucking watching me or not.
I'm gonna use this to start my cult. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna tap
Enjoy
into
it.
this, and I'm gonna start my cult.
Yeah.
Get ready, suckers.
Well, you want to know something weird?
Not my
Because
cult.
in my past, I've worked with kids that were in Satanist cults, and
I need to
that is constantly the upside down cross is always, always.
Why are you drawing it on yourself? Like
Because
this feels bad.
When they're
And she said
nervous,
with
and
her
I was
finger.
talking to them and interviewing them, they were constantly doing the upside down.
Yeah, no, I've
cross.
got to get
Yeah.
out of here. Be gone, Satan. You don't have any place
So,
in my space.
There must be a lot of power in here. to
Yeah, in
see.
between the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's all about, like,
now
because just like what I said, like, vision is just so minute what we understand
Yeah.
vision, or what we're told vision is, but,
Right. How
like,
we
vision
define it.
is not exactly black or white. Like, vision
Right.
is so much more.
It's more of a beige, like Trevor Noah.
With
if
the
that's
thickest, finest hair ever.
He's so dang cute.
So this has been Theory Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think
Or
about
don't,
seeing.
and I'll tell you with my psychic powers.
She's
Listen,
gonna
no,
rub her
coming
third
in
eye.
I'm gonna
from
got
you.
my third eye says
Premonition.
that
Stop it.
our
Stop it. Don't
Patreon
say it.
will be
Don't
well
say
funded.
it.
Decalcify your pineal glands.
You know, one of those
Lots
things.
of alkaline foods.
Whatever.
No,
Don't even get me started on alkaline shit. I cannot.
Maybe we do a Theory Tuesday about that shit.
See, that's why the government is putting fluoride in the water.
I can't.
Because it calcifies your pineal glands.
That's true.
And you can't see
That is
what you need
so
to see.
true.
You got to decalcify your pineal gland. Teach these devils.
Listen,
That might sound really far out, but I believe
like
that.
that one.
Yeah.
I believe that there's no reason to put fluoride in our water.
Okay, all
I
right. So
believe it.
I'm Rachel. You can follow us at
with_ENR.
on all the stuff except Facebook.
On all the yeah, because fuck Facebook. Anyways, especially in the elections, bitches.
Oh, hey, well, wait. Well, nope, we got another week.
Huh?
Election day episode coming at you.
Yeah. It's a while.
Maybe I don't know.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
I hate
Dion and I are
election
going to
shit.
discuss awful politics.
I mean, there's going to be a runoff. Between
I actually
Warnock and
have a
Walker,
really
so
good discussion.
I
It's
know.
not over.
I have a
It's
really
not.
good discussion thingy. So anyways, we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah.
Boom.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Woo.